All right. This gonna be a task getting out of here. But good afternoon, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everyone doing today? Good afternoon. I live for the summertime. I love this time of the year. It might be hot, but I do love this time of the year. But anyway, you know, you know who it is. It's your girl Tyra coming to you with the sauce. Some info. Do me a favor if you are watching me live, throw a one in the chat. If you are watching a replay, throw a two in the chat. And also, if you're tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. What city and state are you tuning in from? Um, if you need to get in contact with me, please inbox me or text me at that number below that you see, 844-243-4901. Text me at that number below, okay? So, yesterday I was talking all about personal credit and everything, and thank you to everybody who hopped on with us, or if you watched on social media or something, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for spending time with us. So today I'm going to talk about all business, okay? Business stuff. First and foremost, I have a lot of business services available, guys, and talking about, business funding, building business credit, and not only building business credit, but building lender compliant business credit. I'm going to come back to that in a second. Because I see it be people that say, "Oh yeah, this you get your business scores like this. This is how you do." No, when I coach or teach people about business credit, is for lender compliance. Because remember, you're gonna eventually want some money from these banks, and y'all, if y'all don't understand what I'm saying, getting credit cards, getting business credit cards, you're still dealing with a bank somewhere. No, even if it's not personal, it's for your business. Even though your personal is involved, your personal credit is involved, that's still a lender. But talk a little bit about some of the things I have available. First of all, funding, business funding up to 10 million. Okay, first and foremost, and I'm talking about different forms of loans and financing and lines of credit. I'm not speaking about grants. Okay, so and then also available is commercial real estate funding up to 50 mil, y'all. 50 50 million. 50 with six more zeros. Yes. So yes, definitely we can make that happen as well. All right. Equipment financing, account receivables, term loans, um, business secure credit card. Those are tier ones, guys, but they're excellent to have. When it comes to building your business credit portfolio, and what else do we got? Identity theft protection, healthcare options. We're also coming out with a standalone prescription drug plan as well. So for those of you who don't have prescription coverage, it's cost effective. The cost is low per month if you don't have prescription drug coverage. But yeah, got a lot of stuff for y'all. All right. So and everything in between when it comes to funding. Also, business MCAs, they're merchant cash advances, same things like they're like business payday events. And I had it on the tip of my tongue. Oh, also, if you are an employer or you know somebody who is an employer, we can also provide you getting um, made available to your employees as an employee benefit for basically employee payday advances as well. So if that comes straight to consumer, I will let you know. There's rumors that we will have that available soon, but right now it's for businesses to add to their employee benefit portfolio. Okay. Yeah, somebody they out here acting a fool. Somebody acting a fool. Somebody acting a fool. Somebody that act like they can't drive. Okay. All right, y'all. So, all right. So let's talk a little bit about building business credit the right way. So, y'all know, like I said, I'm coming to y'all with the sauce, coming to y'all with the game, right? Like I said, the game is free. All right.
Where's
So let
that
me teach
smoke
y'all a couple
coming
of things,
from?
a couple of times. So, Some of the things the number one thing you need to start with when you have a business and you are looking to incorporate yourself with a LLC or like a S corp, C corp, something like that. You have to be very mindful of your business name. You do not want to put high risk industry names into your business name. Also, you kind of want to avoid too what you do when it comes to your business too, because you're already being judged when you walk into a bank. So you got to be careful with that. But yes, please avoid the high risk names. Before that, let me give y'all the preliminary thing you need first when it comes to building your business credit. Your personal credit needs to be on point. Okay? Starting with the clean personal credit profile, meaning don't have a bunch of name variations, don't have a bunch of addresses, a bunch of old employers, a bunch of phone numbers, all that stuff. Get that taken off your credit report. If you need help with that, let me know. That's first and foremost. All right. So let's talk about your clean credit report. You need to have a good mix of credit, a revolving and installment accounts. Even alternative credit is good as well because it shows history and responsibility. So you can do alternative credits as well. Um, Alternative meaning like adding your rent, your utilities, all that kind of stuff. You also want to make sure you have credit cards and your credit cards in good standing. No high credit card utilization. Um, and different types of credit, revolving and installments accounts. And another thing too you need to work on when it comes to your credit card is getting those actual limits increased. Because when you start building your business credit, one advantage of business credit over personal credit is the fact that you can multiply your borrowing power. Okay, but don't be expecting 50 grand in a business credit for a business credit card if you only got two $1,000 personal credit cards. So you need to increase those credit limits. If you were on last night, or you go back to my videos last night, take a look on my wall, or if you're in my financial literacy group, take a look and actually see how you can start increasing your credit limits. Now, it might be gradual, but it is what it is. Work on it now. See, please understand you should never wait until you need something to get it. Stop procrastinating. Okay? All right. So we talked about your personal credit profile. Oh yeah, and you gotta get them credit scores up too. And guess how you do that? With trade lines. All right. So even if your credit report is clean, you want to get your trade line game up as well. All right. So let's go back to the business. So you want to do all that first. As I stated, when it comes to your business name, do not put a high risk industry in your business name. Number two, you want to get a business bank account. Okay. Get a business bank account. Okay, you have to do your paperwork with your state, your Secretary of State. You want to, because you have to get either articles of incorporation or articles of organization, things of that nature. You need to have that paperwork to make for everything to be legit as well. All right. Then you also want to get yourself some merchants. But even before you get the merchants, when you get the business bank account, they may ask if you already have a website and if your phone number is listed on 411. So what you want to do with your phone number, I need y'all to stop using your cell phone numbers for your business phone number. Okay. So stop using your business cell phone number. Also, I need you to stop using your home address. You need to get, if you don't have a brick and mortar business, you need to use a virtual office. Not a virtual address, a virtual office. Okay? Because when they Google it and they see that it's residential or they see that it's a P.O. box, you're going to get denied. Okay? So I need y'all to stop using your home address, stop using your cell phone numbers. And if you already got a high risk name, that is what it is. Just know that might decrease your funding. All right. But we talk about lender compliance, and having a high risk name, unfortunately, is out of compliance unless it's a DBA. But you cannot build business credit in a DBA. Okay. You can only build the business credit in the actual business real name. All right. So you got your business bank account. Oh, I need you to list your business address and your phone number and your business name on 411. Also, it needs to be like on Google My Business. List yourself. And there's a whole lot of guys. There's like 50 websites your business name should be on. Okay, but those are some of the name. Those are some of the main ones. All right, and believe it or not, just those simple things right there are some of the reasons, or a lot of the reasons, people get denied. So I need y'all to get that in check. You need, oh, I'm sorry, forgot. You need a business email. So your business name at Gmail account, if your business is ABC Company 2, it cannot be ABC Company 2 at Gmail or at Yahoo or at Hotmail or at MSN or Ymail or nothing like that. That is not a business email. That's a regular free email account with your business name on it. No, you need an email with your business domain on it. All right. And there's places where you can get that for $8 a year. If you need to know what it's called and how to get there, you need to hit me up. Okay. I don't have time to say all the names and all that stuff right now. So hit me up. All right, so Gmail, Yahoo, that's not a professional email. And believe it or not, those first five things I just named are some of the reasons why people get denied. Okay, so and this is after you get everything approved by your Secretary of State as well. You do want to Google, make sure that you're nobody else in your state. You don't want nobody else really in the country either to have the same business name as you either. There's websites you can use besides Google. Don't just use Google. There's a few places you can go to make sure nobody else has that business names. If you want to know that name, hit me up. Okay. So that's another thing. So that's very important because you can end up with a cease and desist letter. You can get sued for that. Okay. Basically, that's like trademark infringement. So you want to avoid that. Okay. All right. So where are we now? So and then you got those banks too. Sometimes they're going to require those things. They're going to require. They're going to. Hey, do you have a website? Is your phone number listed on 411? Okay. So even when you start building with Net 30 vendor accounts, the tier one guys, some of them they're going to do their research on you as well, and that's what they actually require. They're going to require you that your business be on 411 and all that good stuff. So if you ever got denied, not too many people get denied for tier ones, but if you ever got denied, those are some of the reasons why. All right. So where are we at? Emails, professional emails. You may want to trademark your name. You may want to do that too. Um, most states actually require you to get a registered agent as well. The cool part about registered agents is they are very cheap. You could pay one flat fee throughout the year and they'll take care of you for that year. And the job of a registered agent is to make sure you just remain compliant with your government, you know? So that has to be in the state of where your actual business is registered in, because you can live in another state, in one state, and have your businesses registered in another state is actually one of the cheat codes, y'all. A lot of rich people they have their businesses in like Wyoming, Delaware, Colorado, or Nevada. Those are like what we call tax haven states. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Those are excellent things to do. So that's great. All right. So where are we now? These are only the first few steps, guys. When it comes to the checklist. So all right. So you got your bank account, your name, your phone number. You got yourself on 411. You're pretty much ready to start going from there. Now you have to and make sure you always have your paperwork because you never know who's going to need it. You never know who's going. They want to verify you. You never know who's going to need. So you got to have your paper. And another thing is a business license. So if your municipality, your government, like where you live locally, your city or your county may require you to actually have a business license, even with home-based businesses. And I actually found that out the hard way. Where I live, we in our city actually needs a commercial business license, even though my businesses are all home-based, right? And when you plan on doing big business with companies, like I'm doing, you can't do it until you actually have that license. So that's what I'm telling y'all now. Like, remember, I always tell y'all I want to teach y'all from my mistakes that I didn't do. So yeah, you need a business license. Most times with a lot of municipalities, you have to check with your state government. All right, so you have all that paperwork. There's still so many things to do, but from everything I just explained, you should to at least be able to start building on tier one of business credit. Now, you're going to hear people on YouTube and all that good stuff say you don't need tier one accounts. I'm here to tell you, yes, you do. And the reason why, 'cause remember, I told you I'm teaching y'all from a lender compliance standpoint. Okay, there's building business credit, and then there's building business credit according to lender compliance. All right, so with lender compliance said you need at least 5 trade lines on each tier. So you need to do 5 trade lines on tier one. Now, what I like to get people started with is there's autopilot tray lines that I like to call them, meaning you don't have to do nothing, but you're as long as you're paying your monthly fee, you're going to build business credit. I'm gonna come back to that in a second. Are you moving or not? Can I come around you? Can I come around? Okay. All right. So so like I said, make sure all that stuff is put together before you start applying. And even if they let you through, that's good. Just make sure you're going back and changing everything. And you know, one thing I did forget to mention. I mean, duh, you're gonna have your EIN because you can't build business credit without an EIN. So duh, you're gonna have that. But the biggest mistake people do is not having everything match. Make sure everything, when it comes to your business credit match, that means your business email, your business address, your business name, everything has to be spelled the same way, abbreviated the same way. I know it sounds crazy, but you just never know. And when it comes to business credit, y'all know that we have consumer laws and all that type of stuff to protect us when it comes to personal credit. And we can go and we can dispute things and all that good stuff. You can dispute things with business credit too, but it's a long, drawn out, hard process that I'm not messing with. And if things are not reporting correctly, those could be the reasons for denials. Okay, so everything's spelled right. Everything has to be done correctly and properly. So lender compliance says at least 5 trade lines on each tier, right? So tier one, now you want at least 5. So what you're going to do is let's get the autopilot tier ones. Auto tier pilot ones is like NAV, um, Red Spectrum, eCredible. Tilful actually has a credit builder. NAV has a credit builder as well, which will also show you your SBSS score, and that's important for people that want to deal with the SBA. And the SBSS score is a combination of your personal and your business Equifax scores. So this is why your personal credit that's another reason why your personal credit got to be on point. Okay. So you can use those. There's some more. I can't think of them off the top of my head. But the tier one, you want to have them. All right. So if you want to get a couple of, I would say you get like 2 tier 1 charge cards, or basically their secure business card. Tilful has one. You only need $500. There's no PG on that. Straight EIN, but you do have to start it with $500. There's a couple of more out there as well, but they're charge cards, meaning whatever balance you run on those each month, you have to pay them off 100% each month. All right, but they're perfect to have, because what you're going to do is add your other tier ones to that card, because you got to pay it anyway, right? So add those other, like them other tier ones accounts, the ones I just named. Oh, Biz Credit Central. That's another autopilot tier 1, y'all. So you're gonna use those, add those to like your Tilful card, or if you use another, and I want y'all to use another business charge card like that as well, because these cards, everything don't report to all of the business credit bureaus. So you got there's 4 business credit bureaus. There's Duns and Bradstreet, which is the most popular one and the biggest one here in America. Then there's Equifax Business, there's Experian Business. Those are the 3 y'all hear about the most, but there's also one called Credit Safe. That's the 4th business credit bureau, and they're the biggest business credit bureau in the world, actually. And they're gaining a lot of credibility here in the States. So you have to build that one up as well, because there are certain vendors that extract information from there. Okay. So you want to build on all 4 of those, not just the 3, but all 4. So that eCredible I was telling y'all about, yeah, eCredible actually reports to Credit Safe as well. So this is how you're going to have to combine the way you do things when it comes to business one, and that's part of what I do as a consultant with helping people build up their business credit, because you have to combine them to kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Because are you going to use those accounts that I named, and then you also going to need supplies and stuff for your actual business. So that's where you hear like Uline and Quill and all, and Granger and all those other ones. Those are the 3 you want to hear about the most. Those 3 right there. You can use that kind of stuff, but they only report to certain places. So that's why you need to pay for that stuff with the actual business charge card, y'all. And not only that, you combine that, because let's just say I think Quill only reports to Duns and Bradstreet, but see, Tilful reports to Experian and Equifax. They may have started reporting to Duns and Bradstreet as well, but I know there was a time that they wasn't. So now you're knocking out all those birds. You have things reporting. So what you need is what's called payment experiences. So you have to make sure you have 5. With those 5 accounts, you need to have payment experiences on each tier each month. And you need at least 5 of those bad boys. That's why it's good to have the autopilot trade lines as well, because you may not need a certain supply from Uline or Quill that month. No. So what you're going to do, you're going to keep paying your subscription to the other one so they can keep reporting. That way, building up your business credit scores. Because what also happens is it takes 3 months for those scores to actually pop up. And what happens with Experian and Equifax, when nothing's reporting there for you, you automatically get a failure score. Okay. Now I'm not talking about no doc credit cards and all that, because I'm not talking about that on this live. I'll talk about that later, but I need y'all to understand, like, those are some of the reasons why people get denied, and there's many more. Like, for example, bank ratings. You got a business bank account, you may make 50 G's a month, but if you only keeping 2,000 of that in your bank account, that's a problem. Banks don't want to actually lend you money because your bank rating is not where it needs to be. And guess what? That's part of lender compliance as well. So so that's just pretty much talking about tier 1. There's other data points that you need to learn about. Of course, that's what I teach and show. There's other data points that you will need to learn about, even with the tier 1. But the biggest thing with the tier 1s, if you keep using them until your actual credit scores show up on tier 1 before you move on to tier 2. And even if your credit is good enough to do, you're applying for a tier 2 or tier 3 credit card, something like that, that's okay. But you need to go back and build your foundation, because you won't have a foundation. And if you mess up those cards, you mess something up, what you gonna fall back on? Think about that. So, all right, guys. So thank y'all so much for listening in. If you have business needs, let me know. Y'all can inbox me. If you're watching me live, throw a 1 in the chat. If you're watching the replay, throw a 2 in the chat. And let me know where you're actually seeing this video from. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for tuning in. And y'all have a great afternoon and the rest of your day. There go Bella, y'all.